Hey Wolfpack, Savage Moon here. Welcome to another video. Today we have TacoBell Breakfast. I got a steak crunch wrap and a steak grande burrito with a fair amount of hot sauce and mild. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I also have some coffee. If you like the design, I have a link in my bio. Hope you guys enjoy as much as I do. Let's start off with the burrito. So with your Taco Bell, do you like to dip or just squeeze on top? Or sometimes, every now and then, I like to open it up a little bit and fill it with a little bit of both. A little bit of the hot and a little bit of the mild. Slightly easier to eat that way. I like some spicy stuff, but I also like to taste my food. My husband is definitely the hot, the one that loves the hot foods. But also likes good flavor, so his hot sauces are usually pretty good. Okay, let's get this closed back up. And then and to start. Start. Still working. Sorry, I haven't been posting many videos lately. Had a few medical things to deal with. Videos might be few and far between, unfortunately. Anything medical in the States is expensive, so. The breakfast is always surprisingly really good. But I'm sure my body won't appreciate it later. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. I know it's still early, but you know, sometimes depending on how the morning is, it can affect most of the day. I'll put these here for when I do finish. Have we gotten any new recruits for Helldivers 2? I like having the mix now. But apparently they're crashing the server again. So that's fun. Those automatons were decimating us. Haven't focused as much on that because my husband just got the second part for Final Fantasy 7. Yeah. I haven't tried that getting my horse in Skyrim just yet. Helldivers kind of took my attention away. I mean, you know. We did end up going to the Comic-Con in Lexington last weekend. It was a lot of fun. Anybody else go to that? Didn't get to meet any of the cast just yet, or that time, but we had a fun time. Outside of that, I got a few new shirts and my husband and I got 3D printed figures of some of the Johto starters. My husband got Totodile and I got Cyndaquil. If you play Pokemon, or if you know anything about Pokemon, what's your favorite starter? I have a feeling a lot of you will say Charizard, which Charizard is a fantastic starter. My only thing with Charizard is he is so popular. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their preferences. If I were to... Cyndaquil and / Typhlosion is definitely my favorite starter of all time. Followed very closely by... Oops, excuse me. I would say Bulbasaur. I'm one of those weirdos that love Bulbasaur. He's so freaking cute, and in the first gen, he is actually really good. Even the different variations of first gen, like Fire Red, Leaf Green, the Let's Go's, he's still really good in those. And I think I'm gonna skip the sauce for this one. No, excuse me. Don't know what that was about, but I apologize. That's alright. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I think today is the mini showcase for Capcom. With it being their 20th anniversary, I think. Man, I can't believe it's been that long. I can, but I can't. It's one of those things. We're getting old. Or at least that's how I feel. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm wondering if we're gonna get new information on Monster Hunter Wilds, even if it's a monster reveal, or even if they're talking more about that raptor creature that we can ride. That'd be very nice. I'm curious about those monsters that were stampeding that looked oddly similar to Gosarog. My husband and I are debating whether it's like a subspecies or something along those lines. That'd be very interesting. Getting a little concerned about BioWare. I'm hoping that this isn't Dreadwolf won't become the next Anthem. We've had 2 fails from BioWare. I'm hoping we're not gonna get a third. I'll give you the gameplay for the battle system for Andromeda. It was fine, but I feel like the world was too big with not enough to justify it, you know? My biggest thing is that the fact that they didn't add any more new species. Like, I know it sounds awful comparing it to the trilogy, because the trilogy was Chef's Kiss. At least the version we get in Legendary Edition. I know there was a lot of complaints about the original trilogy, which I understand wholeheartedly. My first experience is the Legendary Edition, so that's what I'm basing my judgment on. Yeah. I need to finish out my newest playthrough of Dragon Age, because I'm wondering how that will affect Dreadwolf. Like, if your previous character makes a cameo, what exactly will happen? Because, no spoilers, but the Trespasser DLC, if you haven't played it already, which I would recommend, leaves a lot of questions more than answers. Now, question for y'all. When you play these games, I'm gonna ask for the specific games. I only played Dragon Age Inquisition. I didn't get a chance to play the first two, which my husband says I'm missing some, but it's not as important to the rest of the story. He always fills me in on missing information anyway, so there's that. But when you play Inquisition or any of the Dragon Ages, I won't narrow it down to just one. Who do you end up romancing? I know for female characters, at least in one? Is that one? The female character, if you're playing a female character, you get shafted. Or, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. You get the short end of the stick. But I feel like they did a really good job in Inquisition giving each character gender or several options. Like, no matter what way you swing, they give you an option. And a lot of them are good for the most part. Some of you might like Sarah, but she's an iffy one for me. I just don't like her personality, personally. My first romance in Dragon Age was Blackwall. And then after that, it's been Colin. I don't know why. I tend to gravitate towards those shyer individuals. Slightly a bit more broken. Because in Mass Effect, I started off romancing Caden. But ended up replaying and romancing Garrus. And I gotta say, Garrus is the only choice now. I was gonna romance Jacob, but I did a little bit more research, and yeah, he can rot. Well, no, I won't say that, but if you don't romance him, he's not bad. But if you do, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I had thought about romancing Thane, but I feel like, especially depending on what ending you end up wanting to go with, I don't know. Thane just seems like I'm sure he's a great romance, and I just couldn't do it personally. I feel like losing him. Sorry, I shouldn't. The third game made it to where I felt like he wasn't the greatest option. Sorry, trying not to give spoilers. It's hard. Especially with a series that's been out for so long. But if you've never played any of those games and you love heavy story-driven games, I would highly recommend both Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Mass Effect is easier, or not easier, but a little better because you can play all three games in succession if you'd like. Whereas with Dragon Age, I think the only one available right now is Inquisition. But like I said, you can look up a lot of the story to make it make sense. You don't have to play the other two to have it make sense. You can. It's pretty easy to fill in the gaps. But it's fun nonetheless. Any games you guys are waiting on that you're excited for? Did any of you watch the was it Nintendo Presents or Pokemon Presents? I forgot what they end up calling it. But man, Game Freak kind of threw us a curveball, didn't they? There was so much talk about Gen 2, Gen 5. No one suspected that they would go straight to Gen 6, which I have no complaints about. That's fine. There's been a lot of speculation about the story of the two brothers with AZ and his brother. Yeah, I would love to get more information about that. Well, it's done a lot quicker than I anticipated. But, yeah. I'm excited for it. I know we're not going outside of the city, which is fine for me. I'm excited to see how this plays out. So that was the end of the video, I guess. I finished that a bit quicker than I thought I would, but time flies when you're having fun, right? So if you guys enjoyed my video, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing my videos. It would really help me out a lot. Like I said, if you like my designs or the design of this cup, this is really just a sticker, but I have a link in my bio to send you guys to my store on Redbubble. It's full of a bunch of different designs, like shirts, pillows, all that good stuff. If you like it, feel free. I wanted to say I'm sorry for not posting anything as of late. I was having some medical issues. I'm fine now. Still kind of going through it, but I'm on the up and up. but I apologize for not posting so often anymore. But I hope to see you guys in the next video, or in the next video that I post, and have a wonderful day. If I don't see you anytime this week, have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.